Paramshanti Bapuji, welcome to this discussion with set new questions before you. Today our discussion is regarding this earth, like when this earth was created. According to science, earth was created 4.5 billion years back and universe was created 13.4 billion years back. According to our scriptures, the name Prithvi was coined after the name of King Pruthu, who was the last king of this earth in Satyayug. According to Sanskrit, the meaning of the Prithvi is vast land. What you say about this and how long back the earth came into existence?
In order to understand the origin of creation of this earth, one has to understand how this solar system was created and when the time of this solar system started. As per our scriptures, the stipulated age of our Brahma of our solar system or Brahmand is 100 years, and till date Brahma has completed his half of the age, that is 50 years, so this solar system also completed 50 years along with the age of our Brahma. This time period, that is 50 years of Brahma, is called as one parad. Total lifetime of Brahma, that is 100 years, divided into two parad. Each parad is 50 years of Brahma. So at present one parad of Brahma has been completed and second parad is just started. At present, as per division of time scale of a solar system or Brahma, it is the time when 7th Manvantar and 28th Yugantar of first day of Brahma in operation. That means already 6 Manvantar and 27 Chaturyagas have been completed of the first day of the Brahma. Here it is mentioned that as per division of time scale of Brahma, in one day of Brahma comprises of 1000 Chaturyagas called as Yugantara, which is equivalent to 71 Manvantars. In this way 198 crore years of first day of second parad of Brahma has already been elapsed. If you calculate the period of 50 years of first parad of Brahma, then it is a huge number, as one day of Brahma is equivalent to 1000 Yugantars or Chaturyagas on earth plane. One Yugatar or Chaturyaga comprises of total time period of Satya Yug, Tretayug, Dwapar Yug, and Kali Yug on earth. So one Yugantar is 43,20,000 years on earth. So 1000 Yugantar is equal to 432 crore years or 4.32 billion years on earth is only one day of Brahma. There are 14 Manvantars in one day of Brahma. Similarly, one night of Brahma is equal to another 432 crore years on earth. So in one day and night of Brahma is equal to 864 crore human years on earth. So 100 years of Brahma, that the age of a Brahma, is equal to 311,040 billion years on earth. Thus you must first understand how this solar system is created. When you understand the process, then you will come to know how this earth came into existence. When this solar system or Brahmand was initially created, then earth was not there. So what is the necessity of creation of this earth? When the solar system was initially created, up to 10 years of Brahma, there was no requirement of creation of earth. 10 years on Brahma means 31,104 billion years on earth. So up to such a long period there was not any requirement of creating the earth. So first understand the procedure why there was at all the need arises for the creation of earth. The creator of our solar system is Shiv Nirakar, that is incorporeal form of Shiv, who is also known as Parbrahma Parameshwar as per our scriptures. He has many names such as Brahm, Nirakar etc., who resides in Paramdam. He has divine light or Paramprakash in him, so naturally desires arise in him to use his power of divine light. Due to this, thought arises in Shiv Nirakar, that is incorporeal Shiv, to create solar system called Brahman, that is his prakriti, by using the power of divine light. In this way, as thought arose in incorporeal Shiv, the incorporeal Shiv acquired a form or shape from his formless divine light, which is known as Akari Shiv. Then Akari Shiv created his nature or prakriti by a thought from his self, called as Akari Shakti. Thus the Akari Shiv and Shakti was created from the divine light of incorporeal Shiv. This combined divine form of Shiv and Shakti is called as Ardnayarshwar, that is half male and half female, which also means combined form of Purush and Prakriti. Then Akari Shiv Shakti combined form created Vishnu by a thought. Further, Vishnu created his nature or prakriti through sankalpa called as Lakshmi. The combined form of Lakshmi Narayan is known as Vishnu, who has 4 hands. From the navel of Vishnu, Brahma was created. Brahma created 7 rishis called as Saptarshis through his thought power called Sankalp Shakti. These Saptarshis are represented by 7 stars in the sky. Saptarshis created Parampurush in their own image out of their thought power. So initially the creation was in the image of Creator only, that is extremely pure. So the Parampurush created by the Saptarshi were composed of body of supreme elements and soul of divine light. These Saptarishis further created many such creations like 7 layers in the solar system, but initially the creation was very pure, powerful, and of high quality called as Parampurush.
So at that time Earth was not created?
No, because Earth was not required at that time, because all the creation was composed of supreme elements only. So what is the necessary of Earth at that point of time?
Everybody has an understanding that Saptarshis had created all their creations on Earth.
No, it is not true. The Parampurush created by Saptarshis is called as Farishta. Paramprakriti or Supreme Nature was created by Parampurush as per their desire through sankalpas or through thought process. Gradually Parampurush had created innumerable creation, due to which power in their soul diminishes and degradation of these Parampurush started. This is a law of nature. The creation multiplies only at the cost of power of soul, which makes all souls to degenerate.
At that time, whether these multiverses, universes, and other Brahmans did exist or not.
Our solar system is a very small unit, that is a minuscule compared to the size of galaxy, universe, or multiverse, etc. As per present scenario, the data published by the scientists, the size of our solar system is hardly more than 1 light year, that is its diameter. This is also validated by the information given in our scriptures, where the distance between various layers or lokas and Earth is mentioned in terms of a unit of distance called yojan. Thus our solar system has a size of maximum 1 light year.
Yes, you have already explained in details the size of our solar system is 1 light year in the beginners playlist of our video. But here we are focusing on the discussion of why Earth was created, and Saptarshi's initial creations of Brahma were also not on Earth, and they created all the creations in this solar system.
First you should understand how our Brahmand was created, then talk about Mahabrahmand or galaxy, and then Param Mahabrahmand or universe.
Today we will limit our discussion only to this Earth only, otherwise our discussion will become very lengthy.
Yes, definitely these are such topics, for explaining them it requires plenty of time. If I explain them in detail it will take more than 10 hours. Because for explaining all these I have to explain as per science as well as according to scriptures, only then the concept of supreme element or Paramtattva and elements can be understood. Initially the creation was made of supreme elements only, and there were only Parampurush or Farishta called angels.
That's why we have made 500 videos, so that inquisitive listeners can go into details of everything, but now only we stick to genesis of creation of Earth only, so that all the questions related to this topic can be answered.
The Parampurushs or Farishtas who were created from supreme elements and divine light had no requirement of Earth, that is also called as Farishtas. Saptarshis had created 7 planes such as Swarglok, Janlok, Mahalok, Taplok, etc. Even today there is no earth element in these upper layers of our solar system. The body of Parampurush was initially made of supreme elements like supreme air, supreme fire, supreme ether. Due to multiple creations, gradually there was loss of power in Parampurush, so their bodies degraded to 3 elements only. So with the passage of time there was no trace of supreme elements in these 7 layers, thus only 3 elements like air, fire, and ether remain in their body. Thus these Parampurush transform to deities of 3 elements. These bodies of deities are made of only of 3 elements. With the passage of time the deities multiplied their creation through thought power as human being procreate their children. In this way soul gradually lost its power and degraded, and heaviness crept into the three elements air, fire, and ether. In this way Farishtas had multiplied and degenerated to deities, and further deities to human beings with body of heavy 5 elements.
As per our scriptures, Brahma made this whole creation by a thought only.
Brahma created Saptarshis made of supreme elements, and initially the Brahmand was made of supreme elements only. Gradually, with the passage of time, that is approximately after 10 years of our Brahma, the degeneration of these supreme elements or Paramtattva elements took place.
My question was whether Brahma had created the earth of supreme elements or of only 5 elements like air, water, earth, fire, and ether.
Due to multiple thought and creation, the elements becomes heavy, so these souls came down from higher planes. Thus the ether element, air element, and fire element becomes heavy, and souls fell down from higher planes in gradual manner.
That means there was no earth at initial stage, but as the souls lost their power due to multiple creations, and they fell down due to heaviness in their elements, and in order to accommodate these souls in lower planes, earth was created.
Yes, but initially the 5 elements were not as heavy as it is found today. The deities with 3 elements started falling down gradually due to creation of small amount of water and earth content in their 3 elemental body. Initially the content of water and earth was very less, that's why the 5 elements that formed at initial stage was very light. So in order to accommodate these falling souls and give shelter to falling souls, a light earth plane was created. So initially earth was not as dense and heavy as it is today. Initially earth was very light, and it had only small content of water and earth elements, so when these souls started falling down due to creation of water and earth content in their body, then roughly 10 years of Brahma's life had been elapsed. So the earth was created when Brahma was of 10 years of age. Then afterwards the water and earth content on earth increased and it became heavy.
So the earth has been existing since 40 years of Brahma?
So you can calculate what does these 40 years of Brahma mean on earth.
So it is around 200 crore years.
No, 200 crore years is nothing, it is a small number. 1 year of Brahma is equivalent to 3.1 trillion human years on earth, which is a huge number for human beings on earth. So for 40 years of Brahma means multiply this huge number with 40, then the number comes to 124.4 trillion years on earth. So this earth of our solar system was created 124.4 trillion years back, which a normal human being cannot imagine.
So the earth was created only to accommodate these falling souls who had been once created by Farishtas or Saptarshis.
The Brahmand which was created at higher plane was purely made of supreme elements, and gradually it was degraded to 3 elements. It is a natural process that due to multiple creations the power of soul diminishes and it falls down. Initially creation was only through thought of souls. Due to thoughts the souls multiplied and the creation expanded, and it became huge in each 7 layers or 7 lokas. Then earth was created as heaviness developed in the 3 elements and souls started fall down. So in order to provide a resting place for these falling souls, earth was created, which was of very light elements initially. In this way deity became human souls, and these human souls further degraded, due to which 7 layers below earth was also created. The layers were such as Atal, Vital, Sutal, Rasathal, Patal etc., which are mentioned in our scripture, were created later on after the creation of earth. But these human souls further degraded and fell down below Patal, hence 55 crore lower planes called Narak was created to punish these degraded souls. This is the way our solar system was made. As per scriptures the distances were measured in terms of yujan between various layers in our Brahmand.
Today earth is found to be round, but in our scripture it is written that our earth is flat. That's why people take a view that our scriptures are wrong, due to the fact that even though earth is round, still in scriptures it is written as flat. So whether the earth was initially flat or round? What actually the shape of earth was initially?
Initially there was no sun because the souls itself were emitting light due to their power, so there was no requirement of light initially, but when these souls fell down on earth due to loss of power, then darkness covered whole earth, only then the requirement of sun arose to remove darkness on earth. Thus the earth was filled with darkness as the souls lost their complete power and the light of soul vanished totally.
When did human being first put their foot on earth?
It is not like that. Initially only one human soul created on this earth from above. At a time many souls in groups lost their power and many souls fell down on earth in groups in human form due to degradation of deities. So deities degraded to human being and forced to come on earth. The human being as taking birth today on earth was not the case initially. There was degradation of 3-element soul body to 5-element physical body. Hence multiple groups of human beings in physical form came on earth simultaneously. The souls from 7 layers above in our Brahmans started falling down, so the quantity of souls came on earth was huge because our solar system is very big. Our solar system is around 1 light years, which contains 7 layers. At the top is Paramdam, then Shivpuri, then Vishnupuri, then Brahmapuri, then further 7 layers are also existing below Brahmapuri. These 7 lokas are also very big, which you cannot imagine.
That means human life has been existing on earth since trillions of years.
I have already explained that earth was created after 10 years of Brahma, thus since last 40 years of Brahma human life has been on earth, so if you calculate the number it will be 124.4 trillion years on earth.
What is the effect of time on earth, and also tell about 4 yugas on earth?
Initially up to 10 years of Brahma there was no earth and also sun was not there. When soul was suppressed under the heaviness of 5 elements, then soul lost all its power and this earth was filled with complete darkness, and only then sun came into existence.
Once you have told that initially the sun was rotating around the earth, whereas at present earth is rotating around the sun.
Initially when sun was created by a deity known as Suryanarayan deity, then it was rotating around the earth just to give light to earth only. At that time the only duty of sun was to give necessary of light to earth only, as higher layer or lokas did not require light. So earth and sun both came into existence after approximately 10 years of Brahma, that is after March 1st trillion years in terms of human years. The darkness on earth was due to the loss of complete power of soul under the heaviness of 5 elements. Initially sun was created to give light only to human souls on earth, so that sun was rotating very near to earth only.
So earth was not rotating in circles and there was no day and night initially.
Nobody can tell or imagine the actual shape of earth before 124.4 trillion years back.
As per science, initially some unicellular life like virus, amoeba, came on earth. Gradually these unicellular life developed into present multicellular or higher or intelligent creation. But what you are explaining here, the spiritual genesis of life earth, where soul fell from higher level to lower level, on the contrary to explanation of what science explains.
I am talking about the reality only. I am talking about supreme elements or Paramtat, but what science is talking about, that is only physical science. Till date science has no idea about soul or existence of soul. How can science talk about reality?
So initially there were no animals.
Yes, these human souls in physical form gradually degraded to become animals only due to their bad deeds on earth.
But according to science today, human being is evolved from the animal like monkey. But what you are telling, that these animals were not there earlier, that is when human souls came on earth, and these only came after human souls only due to degradation of human souls on earth. What our scriptures tell about existence of 84 lakh type of different life forms or genes on earth, through which human soul has to go through according to their deeds or activity on earth.
How this 84 lakh life forms or genes came into existence on earth, that I will explain to you. Initially there was only Farishtas, they gradually degenerated to deities, and deities degenerated to human souls in physical 5-element form on earth. These human souls further deteriorated due to their bad or negative deeds on earth to further downward, that is below earth plane. Thus these lower planes like Atal, Vithal, Sudal, Talatal, Mahatal, Razathal, Patel etc. were created. These lower planes were heavier than the Earth plane. They were around 10 yojan distance from Earth. These planes were separate planes different from Earth but composed of very heavy elements as compared to Earth atmosphere. In this way gradually human souls degraded and human souls further moved downward, reached Adaloka, then Vitholoka, finally it reached the Pataloka.
But science has not found any trace of such heavier element planets or planes which you are telling, such as Atal, Vithal, Siddal, Mahadal etc.
Science has developed since 100 years only. What science is telling about has no connection with spiritual science.
According to you, these lower planes like Atal, Vithal, Siddal, Mahadal, Taladal, Razadal, Patal were there in space earlier?
Yes, these heavier planes were there, but today these heavier planes do not exist. But what you see, asteroids moving around or rotating inside our solar system, where from they came.
Yes, this is true. There are large numbers of such asteroids which are rotating in our solar system, are also detected by the science, and also everybody also believe this.
How these asteroids came into existence? This was due to fragmentation of these heavier physical planets like Atal, Vithal, Siddal etc. Gradually these heavier planets along with other 55 crore very heavy planes called as 55 crore Narak broken into pieces and started moving around the Sun in our solar system. All these happened sequentially in the time scale of solar system till date. Initially our Sun was made of supreme elements only, and it was emitting initially Paramprakash, that is supreme light, but gradually its gravity started increasing. Initially human souls used to receive supreme light or Paramprakash from Sun. Gradually the human souls also multiplied, and due to their incessant bad action on Earth the elements on Earth became heavy, and these lower heavier planes like Atal, Vithal, Siddal etc. came into existence. So gradually with the passage of time all the higher 7 planes or loks which were initially made of supreme elements were degraded to 3 elements only, that is up to Brahmapuri. Everything changed to 3 elements from supreme elements. At present only in Vishnupuri and Shivpuri very small percentage of supreme element exists, and there is also very little power in the Paramdam of our Brahmand or solar system. Ultimately power is derived from the Paramdam of this Brahmand only, because Paramdam is the ultimate source of power for this solar system. All the souls used to connect with incorporeal form of Shiv in the supreme abode and drew their power from Nirakar Shiv. Thus power of Paramdam also diminished with time.
How the changes took place in Earth, and how many such cycle of 4 yugas or yugantar have already been completed on Earth.
This cycle of 4 yugas also came existence on Earth at a later stage. Initially there was no such differentiation of yugas on time scale on Earth. In the beginning there was supreme light on Earth, so there was no such yugas. According to me, the effect of the 4 yugas on Earth came into existence only after another 10 years of Brahma after the creation on Earth, that is 3.1 trillion human years on Earth. Gradually the atmosphere on Earth was formed due to activities of human souls on Earth and other souls in higher planes. The atmosphere is always made up of feelings or the thoughts of souls only. These 5 elements on Earth was accordingly changed or formed on Earth. The air element also affects water and earth element, because the water and earth also contain air. The atmosphere is created from the thoughts generated by human souls. Gradually thoughts created by human souls become negative, due to which 7 lower planes created, and subsequently human souls also degraded to animals due to their bad deeds. In this way multiple life forms or 84 lakhs life forms created on Earth.
Somebody might have given shape or forms to these animals like cow, goat etc.
Initially these souls kept on thinking, so their thoughts multiplied, so at first these souls might have created their own creations as per their wish. Human souls created some animals as per their thought power or the Sankalp Shakti, and subsequently the human souls also developed attachment to that animal itself.
Whether the animals created were also categorized into 2 groups, like rendering comfort to human souls and giving sorrow to human souls.
Certain animal and birds were created in subtle world. In subtle there exists world of many rivers, hills, beautiful birds which created initially in these higher worlds.
It is also told that there are very beautiful gardens, birds, flowers etc. in the heaven which gives happiness to the souls reside there.
Yes, initially all these hills and rivers etc. were created in pure elements in subtle world.
Whether heaven had already been created when earth came into existence. You have already mentioned about the creation of lower planes known as hell or Narak.
Heaven was made first, then earth, and then all these hells were created at a later period. Naraks or hells were created after 20 years of Brahma's birth. At one point of time deities were in heaven and these deities were degraded to human souls on earth. When these human souls were further degraded, only then lower 7 planes or loks known as hell were created. In this way souls fell sequentially to lower planes named as Atal, Vital, Sutal, Talatal, Mahatal, Razatal, Patal and 55 crore Naraks, and these planes also created simultaneously with the degradation of souls to that level. In the subtle world Farishtas and deities had created many beautiful birds like peacock which were later on created on earth also. Thus many such birds and animals were created on earth, but human souls got attracted to these birds and animals and trapped with the souls of these birds and animals due to their attachment with these souls. As per spiritual law and mate so gaudy, that is these human souls who were heavily attached to these animal or bird souls, acquired the body of animals and birds in their subsequent births. Thus with the passage of time these human souls became animal and birds which you are seeing on earth today.
Vishnu is said to be the protector of this creation, and also he had spread this illusion or Maya on earth.
The illusion was not spread by anyone like Vishnu, the illusion came into existence automatically due to degradation of souls. What you call illusion is nothing but these combinations of 5 elements, and these 5 elements were created only when souls degraded to human souls in physical form. The illusion or Maya means the world or plane where events like death, pain, sorrow etc. take place. This illusion is nothing but this physical world, and also up to Brahmalok this illusion exists in different forms. Initially there was no illusion, as there was initially no such Brahmand what you seeing around, but scriptures use this word Maya frequently to indicate the degradation of supreme elements to this 5 elements. The scriptures were written under the inspiration of souls in Vishnupuri or Shivpuri because the souls reside there. They had full knowledge how the creation of 5 elements and 3 elements came into existence.
Okay, please tell how the 4 yugas started on earth.
According to me, the 4 yugas started on earth approximately after 20 to 25 years of Brahma's age. When gradually, bad deeds by human souls had been escalated on earth copiously, only then cycle of 4 yugas on earth was initiated. The cycle of 4 yugas occur in sequence, starts with Satya Yuga, then Treta Yuga, then Dwapar Yuga, Kali Yuga, and at the end of 4 yugas the process of destruction takes place to cleanse the earth from negativity created by various souls on earth.
The mass destruction called as Kalp-pralay, which usually takes place after the end of a day of Brahma. During such destruction process as Kalp-pralay, what happens to earth?
Earth survives in each destruction process or Kalp-pralay, which occurs at the end of completion of 4 yugas. According to time scale on earth, each day of Brahma comprises of 14 manvantars, that is 14 manas comes to earth sequentially to spread the human creation on earth. The manas are the souls who are sent from higher subtle planes to earth, and they are the psychic sons or called Manas Putra of Brahma, created by thought power of Brahma. So a new Manu replaces the previous one at the end of each manvantar and create their human creation on earth. Gradually human souls through effort and spiritual knowledge could also go to higher planes, even up to Vaikuntha. In this way our solar system continued exists with various changes made in it from time to time.
So the spiritual scriptures, what we come across today, when all these were written?
Physically, these scriptures were written on papers or preserved in some recorded form only before 5,000 years back from today. All these scriptures were created by Vyasa, who was an incarnation of Vishnu. Before that, all this spiritual knowledge was memorized by spiritual aspirants, as then the human souls had strong memory power. At that time the rishis and munis used to explain this spiritual science to their fellow students, and they could learn all these knowledge by heart only through listening.
Whether these scriptures were created before 10 years of Brahma or after 10 years of Brahma, that is after the creation of earth.
The detailed history of 50 years of Brahma of this Brahmand and various changes took place in this Brahmand with time was known to the souls reside in higher planes like Vishnuloka or Shivpuri, etc. How all changes took place in all subtle planes as well as on earth was known to the souls in Vishnupuri and Shivpuri, and accordingly scriptures were written by Vyasa.
When every record is there in the memory of soul right from its inception, then why and how soul forgets all these past memory which is inside soul itself?
See, the soul is gradually covered by multiple protective layers with the passage of time. Soul is first covered by supreme elements that are supreme ether, supreme air, supreme fire, then by normal elements air, fire, and ether. Thus original soul is suppressed under these layers.
The layers what is mentioned by you, is it same for all human souls?
This is different for different category souls. Today variety of souls have come on earth from far away in space, like some are from galaxy, some are from universe, some are multiverse, etc. And there are also very high quality souls called Behad ki Atma on earth at present. These Behad ki Atma were created out of high quality divine light called as Paramprakash. The Paramprakash or the divine light has also multiple quality depending on the degree of power available in the Paramprakash. So souls as per creation and composition are of many types. Some souls are created from ether only, and generally they don't have any power or knowledge, and these souls always remain trapped in illusion and also create further illusion in creation.
We will make video on various quality of souls separately, but we want to know that how many cycles of 4 yugas on earth have already been completed till date, and now which cycle of 4 yuga is in operation on earth.
I have already mentioned that cycle of 4 yugas started on earth after 20 years of age of Brahma, so the cycles yuga have been repeating on earth since 30 years of Brahma. In terms of human years on earth, 30 years of Brahma is equivalent to 93.3 trillion years on earth. So you can calculate how many such Chaturayug or cycle of 4 yugas have already been completed on earth.
Now I am clear about this time scale or cycle on earth. So many yugas have been elapsed on earth, but still human being could not understand the fact that all human souls have been trapped in this time cycle from time immemorial on earth. What science is talking about is nothing but its imagination only, but the knowledge and information shared by you in this discussion is only from experience through you divine eye and deep meditation. This is ultimate truth of creation. This knowledge had already been explained in the video for the beginners, but what today you have told in this discussion is very precise form of all the knowledge of creation of this earth. Time for this discussion has been reached around 28 minutes, so we will make a new video on this as part 2. All our listeners are requested to continue to see the video as remaining questions will be answered in part 2. Paramshanti.